Welcome to Good News and Chill. Positive news to relax or fall asleep, because a lot of things suck, but not everything. Our first story is from NPR. Who's the top dog? Wave-riding canines compete in the World Dog Surfing Championships. Charlie, the 10-year-old yellow lab, likes surfing so much he will grab his surfboard and just run toward the water. His humans sometimes have to hide his board if they want to chat with friends on the beach. Charlie joined about 15 to 20 other canine wave riders in Pacifica, 14 miles south of San Francisco, on Saturday at the World Dog Surfing Championships, an annual contest that draws thousands of spectators to Pacifica State Beach. Pooches competed against similarly sized peers for a chance to appear in the finals. Additional heats featured multiple dogs surfing tandem or riding with people. Labs, terriers, and spaniels in monogrammed life vests dog paddled out into the Pacific. Once out on the waves, their owners helped them hop on colorful boards and hang 10 as the crowd cheered from the beach. Judges scrutinized how long the dogs remained on their boards, how long they held their balance, and whether they performed any tricks like turning around while riding. Isa, a 5-year-old French bulldog, won the single surfer heat for medium-sized dogs for the first time this year, her owner David Fasoli said. Fasoli found pure joy during the pandemic when he brought home a surfboard from his job at Costco and taught Isa to balance in the swimming pool. The two soon started swimming in the ocean and learning to ride waves as passers-by at the beach watched in awe. Now, their competitions are all about defying expectations. I have a disability. I only have one hand. So, a non-sporting human combined with a non-sporting dog breed, we are kind of phenomenal, defying the odds of what people think we're capable of doing, Fasoli said after Saturday's competition. Charlie, who has his own Instagram page, entered the extra-large single surfer heat He also rode tandem with 2 other dogs in what their humans called the Dream Team. He loves the crowd, owner Maria Niebuhr said. Her husband, Jeff, and Charlie prepare for waves together. When Jeff spots a good one, he turns the board around and tells Charlie to get ready. He pushes the board forward, and Charlie scrunches down and rides the wave as long as he can. Charlie can even steer the board by leaning and surfs toward an awaiting Maria on shore. He doesn't have to be rewarded with treats for any of it. Charlie does what Charlie wants to do once we're in the water, Jeff said. Contest winners received medals and bragging rights. Charlie's Dream Team compatriot, fellow yellow lab Rosie, was in 4 heats. The 4-year-old's owner, Steve Drotar, said she is stoked after they go surfing, which they do 4 to 5 times a week back home in Santa Cruz. It's like, hey, we actually did something today, right? We did something together as a team. And the fact that you can do something as a team with your dog creates a different bond than you have when you just take your dog for a walk. He can tell Rosie feels a sense of accomplishment afterward because she is extra happy, wags her tail extra hard, and snuggles even more than usual. It's like we go home on the couch and it feels like she's saying, "Thank you," Drotar said. Our next story is out of Arkansas. When the last runner in the Heroes Against Hunger 5K crossed the finish line at Two Rivers Park in West Little Rock, it was the Physician Assistant Students class of 2025 that broke a record, raising $14,051 for the Arkansas Food Bank. In a short ceremony at UAMS, students in the class of 2025 presented a large mock check to representatives of the Arkansas Food Bank. That ceremonial prop was a stand-in for the students' very real cash contribution to the organization. The previous record total for the Physician Assistants Students Annual Fundraising event was about $13,000. Through its Heroes Against Hunger 5K race in 2024, the Kelly Ron Turnage Fellowship of Physician Assistant Students raised the funds by directly soliciting donations from businesses and individuals and asking people to donate through social media. Student volunteers organized the event, which started at Two Rivers Park in West Little Rock and included more than 100 runners. Class President Kane Malnar served as the chief organizer of the event and fundraising effort, but he credited a team effort for making it happen. Samantha Lawson, an assistant professor in the UAMS College of Health Professions, said, "Kane showed what true leadership is throughout the whole process. He listened and supported his classmates, led by example and not authority. He was a leader amongst his class, not in front of them," she said. Every single student participated and contributed to the race in some way. If you can't tell, I think they did a fantastic job. This year's race showed that with creativity and teamwork, not only do you solve problems, but you can make something bigger and better. Lawson praised several students for their roles in planning and putting on the event. Malnar, in turn, thanked his classmates, faculty, and the Arkansas Food Bank for their efforts and support. We had a team-based approach with how we handled each aspect of planning. So we had a team set aside for fundraising, a team for PR, all these different teams, and every team had a team leader. So it was very organized, and everybody had a job to do, instead of having 1 or 2 people doing 15 different things. Before accepting the ceremonial check on behalf of the Arkansas Food Bank, Claire Tiffin, the organization's community development coordinator, praised the students for their marketing efforts. Something that I think was really special about this year's event is the marketing, she said. Record-setting events take record-setting effort. And this year, I had never seen marketing for this event like I saw it for this run. I actually felt like it was following me around Little Rock. Our next story is from the Good News Network. Volunteer duck wardens are helping a group of mallards safely waddle across town after they chose a parking lot as the best place to roost with their ducklings. 15 citizens answered the duck call in Thirsk, North Yorkshire, rotating shifts to personally escort 20 birds to the town center every evening. The birds start the 15-minute journey from the Codbeck River at around 8:30 p.m. and head to the Market Square car park, where they sleep until around 4:30 a.m. the next morning. Mystery surrounds the reasons why the ducks make the daily trip, but some believe the mothers feel safer sleeping with their ducklings away from riverside predators. Emma Jane Hutchings, one of the volunteers acting as a crossing guard, thinks it might be because the cobblestones they sleep on are warm. Whatever the reason, it has now become a learned behavior. It is really heartwarming and adorable escorting the ducks on their walk. The 48-year-old business advisor told SNWS News Agency, "You know, whenever they are leaving the river, because they all start quacking like a call to arms. Then they march up in 2 battalions. Once the waterfowl have reached their parking lot, the volunteers place traffic cones around them and watch over until the town falls silent at around 11 p.m. on weekdays, or sometimes as late as 2:30 a.m. on the weekend, when there may be drunk revelers heading home from the pub that adjoins the car park. Perhaps best of all, Emma Jane says it brings the town in northern England together. It has brought a wealth of community spirit, with all parts getting involved to make sure the ducks are safe. We have been donated high visibility jackets to wear. One local pub, the Mowbray Arms, provides us with cups of tea or coffee whilst we watch over them. It's been a really nice way to meet like-minded people who have since become great friends. The Mallards first started making the trek last year, and unsupervised, it led to 4 being killed whilst crossing the road. As a result, Jody Wood set up a Facebook page and now organizes volunteers along with Emma to keep them safe. I made a Facebook group asking if anyone wanted to help me with the ducks, and it got lots of responses. The ducks begin their evening adventures in mid-June and continue doing so until the beginning of December. The volunteers say they don't encourage the ducks to make the walk. They only look after them, while the ducks make decisions on their own terms. They start walking at about 8:30 p.m., says Jody, and we walk with them and wait to see where they want to go. And then we put the cones around them, said Jody. Sometimes we get drunk revelers trying to touch them, or mess with them, or walk through them. But 99% of the time, it's fine. And people just want to come chat and take pictures. She has lived in the town all her life, but has never seen this animal behavior before. Something is scaring them away, she said. We think there's a mink down there. It could also be a cat or a fox, but we aren't 100% sure. So far, the volunteer group has tallied 0 fatalities on their watch since helping the ducks to safely navigate the route. We are so lucky to have such a great following and so much support. In our final story, telescopes pop up on city sidewalks to engage passers-by in free astronomy viewing worldwide. Imagine walking to the store for ice cream and running into a free opportunity to view Saturn's rings. That's what happened for thousands of lucky pedestrians, thanks to PopScope, the urban astronomy movement. Now in its 11th year, the volunteer-run group just hit a major milestone, completing 500 pop-ups that have brought 26,000 people closer to the night sky. Founded in Ottawa, Ontario in 2014, PopScope, short for Pop-Up Telescope, has expanded to include volunteers in cities across Canada and the US, and has hosted pop-ups in Ireland, Malawi, and India. From the beginning, their urban astronomy model has been simple and powerful. Go to a public area, set up an entry-level telescope, point it at an object in the sky, and invite passers-by to take a look. What happens next is magical. Jaws drop, eyes widen, and whispers are uttered when they encounter our awesome universe. After initial disbelief that a stranger could be offering something for free, the passers-by's eyes light up when they peer through the eyepiece and see Jupiter's moons through a light-filled city sky coming in to focus. The project has been a labor of love, and deep friendships have formed among the group's volunteers, co-founder Michael O'Shea told GNN. We're motivated by the look of awe on a stranger's face when they see Saturn's rings for the first time, or hear cries of delight when someone views the moon's bumpy craters in vivid detail. What may start as a conversation about the object in the telescope often turns to other topics, like the phases of the moon or how their neighborhood is changing, or maybe just the name of their dog. Oftentimes, guests and volunteers become new friends and offer to stay in touch. As we celebrate 500 pop-ups, we remember many snippets of conversation from guests as we huddled around our telescopes. One person even said his uncle was on Apollo 12. Here are some of our other favorites that made us smile and think as we gazed up into the night sky together. Like, I am 55 years old and I've never seen anything like this before. Thank you for coming. Or, Saturn rings, they look like an emoji, a Saturn emoji. Or, you made my night. This is the best thing that's happened to me all day. Or, the moon, it's like cheese. Or, I might be late for my train, but it was worth it to see the moon. Special donors have supplied funding and equipment over the years, including Celestron, the Awesome Foundation, and the Social Innovation Lab, helping to provide science to communities that are often underserved by academics and institutions. Chapters have been set up in Montreal, Baltimore, New York City, Washington, D.C., Boston, Philadelphia, and Jacksonville, Florida. Who knows whether these encounters will inspire kids to start thinking about becoming astronauts. Popscope just hopes the kids and adults keep looking up. Visit the group's website, popscope.org, for updates or to volunteer. Thanks for listening to another Good News and Chill. If you've enjoyed it, please take a minute to review or send it to a friend. See you next time.